I know it kind of go against the point of the film, but I wouldn't mind listening to an album made by John Malkovich's character in the movie. So I got to see the film Opus, which is a new film released by A24, and it's written and directed by Mark Anthony Green, and this is his directorial debut. And as far as directorial debuts go, I think it's very solid. So the basic setup of the film is that you have a writer who is getting an invite to visit this reclusive musician who is releasing his new album after a very long break. And she finds out that he's in this big sort of sanctuary, and there are all these followers that he keeps around, and they have like this whole like little system, this like society of their own that kind of has its own rules. And the vibes are just immediately like off, and they're not great. And the writer picks up on this, and obviously if you've seen like any number of cult movies, you kind of get an idea of where this is going to go. And granted, I like cult movies a lot, especially because I have a sort of connection to that subject matter that I would honestly rather not get into right now. But I think at the core of this movie, there's a really interesting conversation about the relationship between art and fans, artists and critics, and art and society, and the sort of way that art can not only connect with people, but they can also help control people as well. And I think the way it sort of uses John Malkovich's character, who plays the musician, is really fascinating. And I think it's clear that the cast and crew are having a lot of fun doing this, because there's some fun little details and flourishes and some really amusing sequences, especially when you get to allow Malkovich to really indulge with his character. But also Ayo Debris as the lead is just really great. I think she has a natural screen presence. She's funny. She's very, very expressive. And it's very easy to kind of get on her side and to empathize and root for her. And I hope we can see more of her, especially in kind of like genre movies like this. And the film also got me thinking that given the state of the world, given the people who are in power, especially those in the current American presidential administration and the kind of supporters that they have, it wouldn't surprise me at all if we got a sort of influx of cult movies within like, you know, the next decade or so. Because I feel like it's an interesting way to sort of reflect and unpack everything that's been happening within the past, you know, couple decades. And I'm curious to see like how they all kind of comment on that. And, you know, this is a movie where the leader of the cult is someone who is from the entertainment industry. So there's that connection as well. So yeah, I think the movie is interesting. I think it was really, it's a very interesting watch, and I think it is worth your time. I know it's not getting like the best word of mouth, but I think it is like a film that you can get something out of it if you really look for it. So those are my thoughts on Opus. If you've seen the film, feel free to let me know what you thought in the comments.